with his cruel axe and big knife. Mind he does not take your life. Out you go. Creeping, creeping along the street. Here comes the China man, creepy feet, with his cruel axe and big knife. Mind he does not take your...
Will you stop singing that awful song? Won't you ever stop it? Can't I have any peace? Murder, murder, that's all I hear.
Creeping, creeping along the street. Here comes the China man.
They seem to have nothing else in their young minds, as if we don't have enough of these murders all day long.
Let them sing, so long as we can hear them.
That's a nice ball you're playing with. What's your name?
Isn't Elsie with you?
No, we left her outside the school. Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Your Weekly Herald, Mrs. Beckman. And how is your rheumatism?
Very well. By the way, Mr. Garner, Elsie's not home from school yet. It's getting late. Have you seen her anywhere?
Why? I thought I saw her run up the stairs in front of me.
No. It couldn't have been my Elsie.
Well, no doubt she'll be home soon. Good afternoon, Mrs. Beckman.
Good afternoon, Mr. Garner. Elsie!
Anyone?
Elsie! 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 Elsie!
Extra special paper! Piper! Piper! Another murder! Extra special paper! Murder! Piper! Piper! Extra special paper! Piper!
Good Lord, the murderous smiling head. I blame you. I... $10,000 reward. Missing. Believed to have been murdered. Elsie Beckman, age 6.5 years. Fair hair, brown eyes, about 3'4" in height. Last seen outside the Bartley School for Infants on April the 14th at about 10 minutes past 12. Any persons able to supply information, please communicate with Carl Lohmann, Chief of Police.
It's a shame. Harrod, disgrace.
Why this annoying, vicious house-to-house?
I'm here not because I wish it, my dear sir. There's a child murderer at large and he must be found.
You police are far too keen. Every minute there's a scare. You ought to have caught him by now.
There you are, sir. There are many clues the police must investigate, however small they may be. Any man in the street may be the guilty one.
Please, sir, can you tell me the right time?
Yes, my child.
Look at that man speaking to the child. What does he want?
It must be getting on for 9 o'clock. Where do you live, my dear?
What's it to do with you where the child lives?
Son?
What did you stop the child for?
Why, nothing at all. What are you wanting, anyhow?
You'll very soon know, my friend, what I want with you.
Let me go, you big fool. Have you gone mad? Take your hands off me, you bully. The man must be mad. Mad.
We'll soon find out. Asking children questions.
Each in mind his own business. What's he saying?
Trying to find an excuse.
And all because the child asked me the time. I didn't speak to her till she asked me first.
And you expect us to believe that?
Yes, you'll kidnap
Let me go, I tell you.
Perhaps he's the murderer.
No, it's the police.
Let me go, I tell you.
Let me go, I tell you.
Make way there, please. Make way. Please. Out of the way. You think you're a really smart cop and having a big bucket? Why don't you learn to child murderer?
Bring him down.
These letters to the press are positively outrageous.
I agree with you, sir. But I feel sure you must realize how utterly impossible it is for us to prevent this person, in all probability a maniac, writing to the newspapers. We have obtained all the original letters from the editors of the various newspapers concerned, and every branch of the investigating department is doing its utmost to extract information from them. Our fingerprint expert reports that the letters have by this time passed through too many hands to be able to afford a useful clue. You can depend upon it. We shall check up on a record in the department that is likely to help us. As a matter of fact, our handwriting experts have the letters just now, and I am expecting their report through at any moment.
The above handwriting expresses over impulse, weakness, and probably a diseased brain. In short, someone abnormal. Have you got that?
Yes, sir.
Such a man would, in his sane moments, perhaps be tempted to boast of his exploits. The manner in which some of the letters are broken and the irregularity of the downstrokes indicate a decidedly theatrical nature. These things are also an indication of laziness, and these letters as a whole leave the impression that the writer at times develops some acute form of insanity.
I want facts. Hard facts.
It is impossible for us to do more than we're doing, sir. My men have been hard at it the whole time, and without exaggeration, not a man in the detective branch come in has had a proper night's rest for weeks. They are half asleep when they report for duty. The staff of the homicide squad haven't had their clothes off since the Beckman murder, and they have turned every hint of a clue inside out. And remember, sir, there is always the usual routine work to be done. Some of the clues showed promise at first glance, and experts were hurried to the spot in question. For instance, we found a white paper bag crumbled up behind some bushes. Obviously, it had previously contained cheap confectionery. In a corner of the bag were the scanty remains of some fruit drops, just a few crumbs of colored sugar. We organized a thorough search amongst the shops and hawkers within a definite radius, gradually spreading out for miles, much further than was absolutely necessary. Every conceivable place and person, the slightest thread that might guide us towards a clue, we thoroughly investigated, but unfortunately people's memories will not recall intimate detail after a lapse of so many days. In spite of these disappointments, our men are working on, more determined than ever, to get either hands on this child murderer. No sooner is one clue exhausted than they set out to find another, and I am certain that before long, this madman will be brought to justice.
I know all about people doing the utmost and all that sort of thing. But you can't get away from the fact that the murder is terrorizing 4.5 million people, who the police are supposed to protect.
Pardon me, sir, but I realize it only too well. Every night, our fellows are raiding some place or the other, with the result that I am very, very unpopular with the public at the moment.
Oh, shut up!
Quiet there. Quiet.
We won't be
Game of the
quiet.
law, everyone. You'll produce the papers. All papers.
You leave them alone, can't you? Just think.
Yes, tell them I'm
Now, please. Don't make such a noise.
It's old fat Loman, 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 old Toppy Loman, old Toppy Loman, old Toppy Loman, old Toppy Loman.
Quiet!
Yes.
Everyone, quiet!
Why don't you pinch the child murderer?
Quiet!
Yes.
Stand back there, please. Stand back there. Have your papers ready, please. All passports, papers, please.
We haven't any.
All papers ready. Next.
Oh, Mr. Loman, I've left them with my undersecretary.
Never mind, I'll wait.
You can't put that over on me.
Jay.
Oh, bah, you coppers give me a pain. The fellow who forged these papers has done his job a little too well. Jay.
Nighty-night. See you in court.
The next. Thank you.
What is it? What's wrong?
Just the coat. Now, is it likely you'll steal a coat, Jay?
What's wrong, Governor? My papers are quite in order.
Quite. Quite. But the coat isn't. Next.
Become of the chief?
It's gone 3 o'clock.
I'll ask the girl at the exchange. Hello, Princess. The right time, please. Just gone 3 o'clock. Thanks.
The bulls seem to be living in the streets nowadays. They're a nuisance.
I'm fed up to the chin with the rotten cops. We seem to have police on the brain nowadays. How I hate this murderer. My kiddie was just a little over 6 years, can't sleep at night, and I have to soothe her and look under the bed a dozen times to see if there's any signs of the murderer hiding there. A fella can't earn his living when people get criminal mania. Personally, I can't make money, and what I've saved won't last forever.
All right.
Where can the chief be?
There's just a chance the cops have got him.
Cops? Frank, when he did that London bank hold-up, and the bright big boys from Scotland Yard were waiting for him, he stood quite still, hands up, and the next minute, 2 big bobbies were full of holes. 2 seconds after they'd set eyes on him. And he said it was easy.
The best man between Berlin and Frisco.
For 6 years he has dodged them, pulling off any job he fancies.
One day you'll be too clever. The bloodhounds will find his trial.
Shut up.
Something's happened. Something's happened. He promised to be here at 3 o'clock sharp.
Ah, good, that's him.
Hello, Chief, you're late. Nothing wrong, is there?
Have you all gone crazy? Pull down those blinds. My friends, let's get down to business. I take it you know why we're here and can act on behalf of the organization you represent. Very well, then. I won't waste your time with minor details, for there's much to be decided. We've been having a very bad time in the last few months. We haven't had a chance, and you all know it. An outsider is out to make trouble, serious trouble. The whole of the police are working day and night chasing this outsider. A child murderer, hindering all our movements and stopping us from making a living. They're in every hotel, in every theater, in every tin pot cafe, and in every boarding house. In fact, in every spot a damn policeman shouldn't be.
You're right, bravo.
This must end, boys, and end soon. We must somehow exterminate this murderer at once, or we shall go broke. Already our funds are getting low, and if this state of affairs goes on much longer, we shall be forced to draw the funds held by the wives of our less fortunate business associates, who at the moment are guests of the government. Our little ventures, as you know, cost money, and we're used to living like gentlemen. This child murderer is rousing up the police into such activity that we're helpless. We shall be bankrupt.
You said it.
We've had bad times before now, but our existence is threatened, and by a mad beast. We must come to a decision here and now. We must act quickly, my friends, quickly.
Let me have your opinions, please, gentlemen.
Tighten up the police control. Don't let a man leave the place. Action. Immediately. Immediate drastic action.
Spies. Spies are the boys for us. We must plant one of our men in police movements. He must keep us wise to all of this business.
It seems incredible that a man could commit crime after crime without someone, a landlady, a neighbor, or even a relative suspecting him. I suggest, therefore, that the reward be increased with a view to tempting someone to give information.
I've got an idea. I once saw a chap in a music hall show do a I don't know what he called himself quite, but a telling the future and that sort of thing, he was the goods.
I hate to admit it, but we seem powerless to deal with this matter. I suggest it would be a good move to ask the public to cooperate with us.
What a fine thing for us. We could just do with the public. When I hear their very names, it makes me feel sick. Excuse me, Mr. President, I'm sorry. Help. I'm worn out with the work now. I wonder whether you have any idea what sort of detectives the public make. Anyhow, I've enough to do without wasting my time with public cooperation.
Quite true.
And when I'm trying to find out something, the public are a fat lot of good. Ask one of them a single question. They're so cute. I'm sorry, I don't know. Good Lord. Working with the public. What a hoax.
I think, if you don't mind my saying so, Loman, that you are just a little hard on them.
Hard? Hard, Mr. President? Why waste time on the public? Our job is to fix a plan of campaign. That's what we are here for.
It's now nearly 8 months since the police have been on the job. Maybe years and years before they catch him.
We can't wait for them.
No. We don't want to starve.
Well, what about it?
We must get him ourselves. We'll get him. Yes. We must do it.
This type of criminal has undoubtedly some sort of mental kink. It's odds on that he has seen the inside of a prison, a lunatic asylum, or a nerve clinic.
Quite right.
A murderer, in the ordinary sense of the word, either has a motive for committing a crime, or perhaps, on the other hand, kills in a moment of passion or anger. But here we are dealing with something different. A callous type of criminal who methodically kills and unquestionably is suffering from some violent form of mental aberration. One point in particular, gentlemen. We must get the names and addresses of all mental cases that have been discharged as harmless. The type that may still have a dangerous spark left in them.
We'll muster the help of a whole nest of spies and informers. Every square yard of the city will be kept under observation, and no child will take a step without our knowledge.
Yes.
It's impossible.
We must employ people who can move about the streets unsuspected. People who can watch without attracting attention. Who can follow anyone without causing any notice to be taken of their movements. And people whom a murderer wouldn't suspect.
Yes, it sounds all right, but it's impossible to find such people. How? Where?
Good such as this. He deserves the old age pension.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18, 19, 21, 23, 24.
The next. You have all the houses in the main street from number 1 to 88. What comes next?
Main Street, 89 to 196.
Main Street, 89 to 196. Member number?
3795. Emerald Dusterman.
3795. Man. Emil. Well, Emil, let's hope you'll earn the 15,000.
I should say so. Touch wood.
Thank you, sir.
Idiot.
Here you are, sir. Here's an analysis of cases certified as now quite cured. Full details are given of the harmless cases as well as the dangerous.
Good morning.
Morning.
Could I please see Mr. Beckett?
Beg your pardon?
I would like to speak to Mr. Beckett.
I can't quite hear what you say. I'm a little hard of hearing.
I thought something was wrong. Can I speak to Mr. Beckett? Please. another time. It was important. I have come about his father's will.
Oh, my goodness, his father's will. Yes, yes, you mustn't go. Yes, 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 sir. Will you come in? Will you come in here and wait for him, please?
Yes. Thank you.
If you please. Will you please take a seat, sir? Thank you, sir.
Thanks, I will.
Please, I brought you a newspaper to read, sir. Today, sir.
Thank you. You're very kind.
Not at all.
Does Mr. Beckett also read the General Observer?
Mr. Beckett, no. He usually borrows my paper.
Ah, thanks very much.
Yes, sir. My dear child, you should have waited for me. You know it isn't safe.
What can I get you, sir?
Coffee.
Yes, sir.
No. Llevemos. No, brandy.
Yeah.
Another brandy.
Very good, sir.
My bill.
2 brandies. That'll be 125, sir. Thank you, sir.
Number 401, Beckett. Foreigner, probably comes from Russia. Table, mahogany, polished with plush cloth. Has received a list of cigar prices. Everything quite immaterial. No paper in mornings. Is not a drunkard. Doesn't keep out late. No trace of any table with rough surface where letters to press might have been written. No cigarettes in room. Ariston cigarette box found in basket.
Whoa. Wait a bit. Ariston. Ariston? Where have I seen that? Ariston. I want the full details. Murder, Magda Pearl, please. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
What? I've heard that tune somewhere, I'm sure. When was it? Who was it? Hello, Harry.
Well, what is it? What's happened here?
Can you hear that? Someone whistling? Now, can you hear him? There.
Yes.
There it is still. Where's the man going? You can still see him.
Yes, yes. I can see him. Yes. Ah, he's with a small child, a little schoolgirl, talking to her and strolling along.
Don't let him get far. Don't let him get out of your sight
Yes,
again.
but why?
On the day when the child, Elsie Beckman, was murdered, I heard it. That day the man you hear bought a large balloon from me, and the man had a little girl with him, and they... when the man walked away, he whistled all the time.
You big idiot! Why can't you be more careful where you throw things?
Uncle.
It is the same. Same brand. What the murderer had very possibly smoked were found 50 meters from the scene of the crime. Mark Ariston, Turkish.
Well, yes. The cigarette ends may be alike, granted. But where were all those letters written? Hang it! They were all done on a rough table. Very old, dented. And, good heavens! The windowsill!
Right.
Something here? He sharpened a red pencil.
At last, Dexter. A windowsill and a cigarette box.
Yes? Yes? Good. They know where he is. Yes?
What? Have they got him? Where is he? No, can't they get out? I guess I've got him. Well, I haven't got the answer. Did they call the police already? He's whistling.
Well,
What
what
could you do about him?
Shut up a minute. What was that you said?
He's our man, right enough, and we're not going to let him get away. It's impossible for him to escape.
Uncle,
What is it?
you have got a big white chalk mark on your shoulder. Let me rub it off. Is anything wrong?
Come on, we must go.
Same old story, not in the first three. I haven't touched a
I
winner
think
for
it's
months.
I'll be there.
Well,
No, I won't. No.
Goodbye.
That's all right. Well, see you later. Bye-bye. Bye.
I think we'll have the light out. He might get suddenly nervous if he comes home early and sees the light burning.
What do you make the time now?
6:30.
He must have got inside the place somehow. I don't see how he could have got away.
Huh? Mm-hmm. Huh? Mm-hmm. Just a minute. The beggars have got him stuck in this place and he can't get away. They want us to get there as quick as possibly can.
What kind of a place is this?
What? What sort of building is the place?
An office building, very large, with a savings bank on the ground floor. I don't think there's anybody but the caretakers about.
Hello. Hello. Anyone there?
Yes? Uh-huh. It seems that the beggars have got him all right. What can we do with the beast? I suppose we'll call up the police and give him up?
Yes, the reward will be. That's all.
Well?
Hello. Wait there a moment and I'll call you. I want to think this over.
Hello, what is it?
And now we have him trapped. Police? No. We'll finish the job ourselves. Tell me, what time is it? Now.
8 o'clock.
8. 9. 10. At 11. Are you? Something's wrong here. Why have you left this gate open?
Open? I shut it myself. Half an hour ago. I remember locking...
Shut up and do as you're told. Hurry. No nonsense. Forward. How many watchmen are walking about here, you? Oh, you won't say a word, eh? Right. Get hold of the 2 watchmen and get the keys. Careful how you flash the lights there. And don't make such a row tramping up and down the stairs like cart horses. What's up?
He's not downstairs, boss. We've had the place upside down and can't see a sign. Bert and some of the boys have started on in the boiler room.
Hello there.
That's the last.
Go up and help Emil. He wants a hand.
I will.
Get a move on.
I will. The boss sent me up.
Good. Look here. This is an automatic control clock. And this is a plan of the control switches. If they are not operated right onto the minute, the alarm is given to the police station. Understand?
Uh-huh.
Good. Are you certain?
Now, look here. Do I look quite daft?
Well,
He's not down there, and the coal cellar's been emptied right out.
So?
We've turned over every chunk of coke.
Hello. Those doors are fitted with alarms. Then what's the idea of busting them, huh? You fool! In less than 5 minutes, the police will be around the place.
But he might be in here, Chief. Right here, in this very room, Governor.
Don't I know all that, you idiot? Get onto the 2nd floor and get through the ceiling.
What's up? What's happened there?
I want the governor, quick. Where's the governor? In the garret, governor. I heard him knock on something up there. In the garret. In the garret.
Quiet.
Keep an eye on the door. You fellows.
Come on, let's find him. Let's get in here. We've got him. Just have here. This looks all right here.
We've got him.
What is?
I
Really?
found him upstairs, hiding in the garret.
No.
I heard him knocking at the door, and the boys and the boss will go on.
Really? Have they got him yet?
It won't take long. He can't get out. It's a good job for you fellas. I
Yeah?
found the blighter, or you'd be searching all the night long. And then he might have got away.
Yeah?
Someone has got to have brains.
The watchman!
Three, 1, 4. 314.
314.
Out! Out!
What's wrong?
The down watchman rang the police alarm.
You've gone mad. Quiet! Bust the door. We have the police here in the
The
gym.
watchman rang the alarm bell.
Quick, let's get out of here.
Quiet. Quiet. We've still got time. He can't get away. Smash the partitions. Come on, quick. We'll just do it. What's the matter?
He must be here somewhere. He's not here.
Give us a hand. Get your shoulders to it.
Now, over here.
Shut up. Get on with it. Now then, 1, 2, 3.
No, he's not here.
Now then, come on, all together. 1, 2, 3.
Let's have a hide here.
Are you?
Hurry up, they'll be here in a minute.
There he is. Hey! You're all wasting time. Leave the tools behind. Have you told the boys in the cellar? Come on. Come on. They'll have us. We're all of you.
Still on the top floor.
Hurry up. With or without him. We've got to get out. Where are they? Where are they?
He's not in here. Hello there. What have you done with the rope ladder? Hey, what the hell are you up to? Pinching the ladder? That's it. Fool.
Hands up.
What do you think I am? An acrobat? Ask me to do something easy.
Come on.
Believe me or believe me not, I'm innocent. I've not pinched a thing.
You will laugh, Franz, but I believe every word.
Huh. Then, in that case, I'll hurry along, Superintendent. I'll be glad to get home.
A moment. Cigarette?
Oh, well.
I can take your word, Franz. Conditionally, that you tell everything. Who the man is that the boys took away and where he's gone.
I'm afraid you're wrong, sir. I don't understand. I don't...
Naturally. I thought perhaps you might. But you boys never speak. You must think of your precious pals. Fine comrades too, but timid when trouble starts, and leave you to face the music, Franz. Poor devil.
That's true. Maybe you're right, Superintendent. Well, I don't know anything. I won't split. You can't do much to me. There's nothing been stolen.
Get that out of your head, my friend. You're mistaken there.
What? Stolen? How much, sir?
If you'll tell me, Franz, then perhaps I'll tell you.
I told you before. I won't say a word.
All right? Have a little time to think, Franz. It may help you. Just a rest. I'll not hurry you. Take you some time to remember things. We'll see that you have absolute rest and a quiet time, Franz. Good day. Sergeant, let the old watchman come in. Sit down there, please. You say that you are practically certain, you may have to swear to it, you heard a burglar distinctly tell another fellow, the one acting as watchman, "We have found him at last. He was hiding upstairs in the garret. It was me who found him. The boys have gone to get him." You are prepared to swear that he said this?
Yes, Superintendent. Oh!
Good. You'd better have a good rest and don't say a word to anyone about it. Before you go, leave your address with the police.
All right, sir. Oh! Good morning, Superintendent. Oh, sir.
Morning. Hello there, miss. Is Commissioner Lohman there yet? So he's there now. No, it's nothing, thanks, miss. I'll come along myself.
What? So our man hasn't come home? Right. Are you sure that the Winkler woman hasn't tipped him off? Hello.
May I come in?
Come right in.
I'll send more men. The block must be surrounded. When the fellow returns, ring me up. Get him or there'll be a devil to pay. Hello. Wait a moment. And mind he doesn't get wise or there'll be bloodshed. What do you want?
I want you to help me. It's an extraordinary affair.
Oh, I've enough to do just now.
I think you'll be interested. Just read this.
A deposition?
Yes. It concerns a burglary.
Burglary? Well, it looks more like a biography.
It's the most curious job I've ever struck, Loman.
Heavens, what do they expect to find amongst the coke? It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Electric drills, blowpipes, and even dynamite. What's this, a saving bank on the ground floor? Well, now, that explains everything, of course. Why, they've smashed the place into pieces and haven't taken a halfpenny? No, well, you've beaten me this time. It's a case for the Lunacy Commission. They must have been daft.
No, it's very strange. It's fantastic. Nothing taken absolutely. Only a man.
Huh?
Just a man. That's all. A mysterious job. And the fellow I've caught, he belongs to the type of criminals who'd rather do a 15-year sentence than be mixed up in a murder case. He won't talk. Won't say a word, but I'll make him. Loman, how would you like to take on the job?
Come on, you.
What? 4 of you? Really, I feel honored.
Forward.
Yes, my friend? I have been instructed to deal with this case.
But why? Why?
You hit rather harder than was necessary. He died last night.
Yes.
Poor fellow, the watchman.
Dead?
Sorry, my lad. This is a bad lookout for you, France.
It's gone too far. I'm not swinging for anyone. I didn't lay a finger on the watchman. I'll tell you everything.
Very sensible of you, but too late.
Please, Mr. Loman, it can't be. It can't be too late, sir. I didn't touch him. I will tell you all I know. All. All. We went into that cursed house to get a man.
Who?
The child murderer. child murderer, Superintendent.
Wait a minute.
You are in a mess. My boy, you are in a mess.
Just sit there. Just there. Good. Don't attempt to put any fairy tales over, understand?
I do, Superintendent.
You're in a real mess, and I might get you out. Perhaps I might. How did the murderer get there? And where have you parents taken him to now?
Well, Superintendent, the beggars had him trapped, and our fellows have taken to Heinz and Levy's old distillery.
I know the place. It's been empty for over 8 years.
That's it, sir. The place has almost fallen into bits.
Help! Let me go, please! Let me out! It's a mistake, I tell you! It's all a mistake!
You know what you are here for?
What do you want? Let me go! I have no idea why you've brought me here. I've never done wrong in my life. You've made a mistake. I hurt a child. I hurt.
Oh, no. There's no mistake. My ears have never deceived me. No, no, my friend. Can't you see this balloon? Yes, you were with little Elsie Beckman that day. It was you.
Elsie. Elsie. No. No. No.
Where have you buried Magda Pearl, you rat, you?
What have I done?
You've not seen the child, of course. And this one as well. And this. And this. You wouldn't hurt a fly.
Let me go! Let me go! Let me go, you pack of thieves! You've no right to keep me here. What right have you to treat me like this?
Right? There's only one thing for that beast. Stop him! Get hold of him! Kill him!
You have asked by what right we do this. We folks are real experts. I'm certain you couldn't have a more expert jury. You couldn't teach them a thing they don't know about crime. You'll get your rights here.
I don't need defending.
Don't be so sure of that, my friend.
And who are you?
I have the doubtful honor of acting as counsel for the defense, if that's any consolation to you.
You've no right to do it. I demand to be handed over to the police for a fair trial.
And the asylum will provide a home for you. A nice, cozy home. And a few years of loneliness, and you are free. But the doctors may think you have been cured, until one day a child is found murdered by you. They'll have a chance to kill you once again? No, no. There can only be one solution. You must be removed without delay. You must die.
Get him out the wire. I tell you, I can't help it.
Ha ha! Look at him. Says he can't help it. Yeah.
What do you know of these things? You criminals who earn your living by stealing, thieving, and card sharping. It's your daily life, your bread. But as for me, I'm cursed. I'm cursed. I can't help it. I tell you, I can't help it.
You have no control over yourself. Is that what you mean?
Again and again, when I am wandering through the streets, a voice whispers to me. Someone seems to be following me. I try to run away, but it's useless. I can't escape from myself. I can't escape. A voice urges me on. My other self is my master. And then I read a notice offering a reward. I read it again and again. And then I've tried all I know to resist, but I can't. I can't. I can't.
The defendant has explained, and I think clearly, too, that his actions are uncontrollable. I say that a man who must commit murder should be exterminated. A man who can kill little children without compunction or sense of wrongdoing has no right to live.
Hello, I would like to speak.
It's a waste of time to defend him.
The gentleman who accuses my client is, I understand, wanted by the police on 3 charges of manslaughter.
That doesn't mean a thing.
He declares that my client acts under compulsion when committing these murders. It is this compulsion that acquits my client. You can't punish a man for a crime for which he is not responsible.
What do you think we're going to do then? Let the rotten beast go?
Stop. I won't allow you to shout me down. I demand that this man receives justice and the protection of the law.
You heard the murderer speak. May I, who have lost my child, say something? When you had a little one, as I had, one lovely, tiny daughter, the one thing I loved in this wide world, I count every minute she's out of my sight. One day she's a little late coming home from school. I wait and wait. I try not to think of what might have happened. I hope. I keep on hoping. Ask the mothers. You mothers who have suffered. Yes. What would you do? Shall the murder of our children is taken? Mr. Beast. Yes, so good for him.
In the name of the law.
In the name of the people.
Davon werden unsere Kinder auch nicht wieder lebendig. Man muss ihm noch besser